is full time, and 30 years after Fatty's Neville's triumph, the Queensland team of 2025 have captured a victory to stand alongside Eddie in Origin's 45-year history. And Cameron Munster, the entire rugby league community can only admire what he has done here after the most harrowing of weeks. He's led his team to victory. In sport, nothing is impossible.
Oh, just look at those pictures on screen. Cam Munster, been a tough 3 or 4 days for him and his family. He's been able to put all that aside. Such tragic circumstances. You see Dylan Edwards there just going up to console him. All the New South Wales players, that's great to see. They battled it out for 80 minutes, but at the end of the day, we're all mates.
What about a word for Josh Papali'i?
Oh, incredible, incredible. To be called back after 3 years of being out of this level of football. He's 33 years of age, in incredible form for the Raiders. He went out there and he did the job for his coach, for his teammates, for his family and his state. What a performance.
Queensland have defied the doubters and reigned supreme. They've beaten New South Wales in the decider 24-12 in Sydney.
Look at him. What a performance. Tom Dearden.
Well, he's best on ground.
Oh,
by a mile.
I think he's been best the whole series. Everything. The effort, but his kicking game, his long kicking game tonight, his organisation, that just competes. Just tough. I saw him in Brisbane when he came onto the scene. And oh, he's a real player here. And then they went through that bad patch. I think they got the wooden spoon. And he looked a broken player. And then credit to Toddy Payton and the Cowboys, they rebuilt his confidence. And really after game one, once again, Billy Slater made the huge call to drop Daly Cherry Evans, the captain, and rolled the dice with this young halfback, Tom Dearden. Just come up trumps. But Munster, he goes down in Origin folklore for his effort, what he's gone through. Look at the mutual respect.
So for the 25th time in State of Origin Rugby League, Queensland are the champions. And New South Wales were hoping to mark the 40th anniversary since their first series triumph under the inspirational leadership of Steve Mortimer back in 1985, but it was not to be. Let's start the reaction with Darren Lockyer.
Yeah, thanks, Tomo. Here with Queensland's captain, Cam Munster. Can you tell us what was going through your mind the last 5 minutes once you knew we had the game in the bag?
I probably wouldn't say we had the game in the bag. You got guys like Nathan Cleary, Dylan Edwards, Jerome Luai with the ball in hand, Latrell Mitchell, Stephen Crichton. So you just don't know when they got the ball, so they can create anything. So look, if those last 5 minutes, I've seen them dominate our grand finals. They've come back from big losses, and yeah, they did that in game 2. And look, it probably went our way a little bit, but we made it work, you know. The saying goes, you work hard, you get lucky. So felt like our group worked really hard tonight, and yeah, we got those 50-50s.
What about yourself personally? How's the last 24 hours?
Yeah, look, it's a tough one. Like a high of emotions. I think when someone loses someone, you forget about it sometimes, but then it brings back memories. And obviously, I just want to say thank you to all the rugby league community. They've been outstanding. I've had so much support and text messages from not only obviously rugby league, but also the New South Wales team. So just shows what kind of character those guys are. And yeah, just forever grateful. And regardless of rugby league and that, I think family's more important than anything. And a lot of people showed that the last couple of days and really got behind me. So I just want to say thank you to all those people, and thanks for coming out tonight, everyone, as well.
Yeah, to the team, you must be very proud of the way your team played tonight.
Oh, for sure. I think it was a great game. Sometimes the ball was on the ground. Last year, the Blues got the rub, not the rub of the green, but they ended up getting those 50-50s. Jerome Luai ended up scoring last game, Mitchell Moses. So we had those 50-50s tonight, and we just executed really well. And you can never count out the Blues, mate, with the kind of calibre players they got. So it was going to be a tough effort, and yeah, look, it's just one of those things. The stars aligned tonight for me, and yeah, like I said, forever grateful, and just want to say thank you to everyone that obviously reached out.
Mate, well, congratulations, and again, we are all thinking about you, but great performance tonight. Enjoy the win.
Thank you.
Over to you, Gal.
Down here with Nathan Cleary. Nathan, a tough game of footy, but once again, all the damage done in the first half.
Yeah, it's shattering, to be honest. Just wasn't good enough, and at the end of the day, we probably didn't react well enough to their Russian defence, and they saved tries, they scrambled, and we struggled to do that.
Now, given what happened in game 2, did you go into half-time a little bit confident you could come back?
Oh, I knew we'd keep fighting. We had that spirit to keep fighting. It's just a shame we put ourselves in that position 2 games in a row, and yeah, as I said, they scrambled well and saved a lot of tries.
There was so much ball in play tonight. There was hardly any errors, not a lot of stoppages, and I thought by the back end of the game, you just ran out of puff.
Yeah, it probably felt like that a little bit. We were probably trying a bit too hard by the end of it, and yeah, it's just probably spent a lot of gas trying to run that score down and just couldn't do it.
Unlucky, mate. You're outstanding for the series. Over to you, Alana.
Thank you, Gal. I've got our official player of the match with me, Tommy Dearden. Firstly, congratulations. It was incredible. Chuck that on. We're proud now. We've been standing here. You've had some absolute legends come up. The King, Wally Lewis, Jonathan Thurston looks like he's been in tears after that result. For you personally, how do you feel after winning that decider?
It's hard to describe. I don't think you can get much better of a feeling than winning a decider like that. And no, our backs were against the wall, and but we fought hard for Queenslanders, and we really showed that Queensland spirit. And it's just a proud feeling, and yeah, can't believe it.
Pretty incredible for yourself. Ahead of game 2, you don't even play halfback week in, week out in the NRL competition. It's a very important jersey, a Queensland jersey that Billy trusted putting on your shoulders. I mean, you well and truly did it proud, but is that one of your greatest achievements in the game so far?
Yeah, I think anytime you get to pull on the Maroons jersey, it's the greatest feeling and the greatest honour, and you get pretty nervous coming into these games, but to be honest, I looked at my halves partner in Cameron Munster, and he just makes you feel so comfortable, and yeah, just proud to wear the jersey and to get the win like we did tonight.
To have Cameron Munster money there, you obviously shared the kicking duties, but right throughout, the Queensland performance was relentless. The kick chase, turning up for one another in defence. I don't know how you made a tackle on Brian Toto look that easy, but the Queensland spirit, as you mentioned, they're right throughout.
Yeah, it is. We build our game off the back of those little moments, and that's the Queensland spirit moments, and we had plenty of those tonight from all our boys, and yeah, it's just the best feeling, and yeah, so glad we got the win.
You own the jersey, you own the moment. Go and enjoy it with your teammates.
Thank you.
Over to you, Danica.
Thank you, Alana. What a moment there for Tom Dearden on screen. What a match for him, and what a night for Queensland. 24-12 to take out the series. Gus Gould and Darren Lockyer alongside me here. Gentlemen, Lockyer, I'll start off with you. What an impressive victory for Queensland. How highly do you rank that one? Because New South Wales, coming into this one, they came in as heavy favourites. We saw what they did and what they achieved in game 1 of the series. Where do you rank that game?
Well, it was just a classic Queensland performance. It was one on effort first and foremost, but then the execution, the near completion, 100% completion was, you know, they played, they executed, but above all, that effort on effort from every individual that played tonight is what makes you so proud to be a Queenslander right now.
Gus, we heard from Cameron Munster in post-match there. It's obviously been such an emotional few days for him after losing his father, Stephen. Some really touching shots there of him getting embraced by a lot of the Queenslanders and a lot of the Queensland legends, even in Wally Lewis.
Yeah, well, you knew they'd all rally behind him. First and foremost, though, they had to get their heads on and play a game of rugby league, and they played the perfect game of Origin football. You know, in Origin, it's a 3-game series, and you anticipate you'd improve from game to game, and you want your peak to be in the 3rd game. Queensland did that. They weren't that great in game 1, they got better in game 2, and they were terrific in game 3. New South Wales were probably the other way around. They were good in game 1, not so good in game 2, and terrible tonight. It just went the wrong way for them. It was the perfect exhibition of Origin football, of spirit. Origin is different to club football. And it looked like an Origin side playing against a club side. It looked like a really connected group of blokes with that Origin spirit up against a team of individuals. And I can't explain it any other way than that.
You mentioned New South Wales terrible tonight. How would you describe it further? What went wrong from your eyes?
Well, Queensland just applied too much pressure. You know, there were a lot of little things that allowed Queensland to do what they did. Number one was Queensland completed lots of sets of 6 in the first half, but I can't remember ever once their kicker being put under pressure in trying to get in his face or try to disrupt the kick. And they just kept rolling through these sets of 6, and New South Wales kept getting backed up towards their own line. But they had no plan for coming out of trouble. They were running one out. Queensland were just gang tackling. When they came down on the attack, it just looked like they were going sort of second man play after second man play after second man play. And it was read really easily by Queensland, who were rushing up and cutting down their time and space. It just looked like Queensland had a plan, and New South Wales were disrupted by it, became a rabble in attack and defence, and couldn't recover. Now, the second half they tried hard, and Queensland were probably protecting a lead for a lot of that, but still looked comfortable in everything that they did. It was a consummate Origin performance. New South Wales extremely, extremely disappointing.